It is January the 1st of 2023, a pivotal year for the largest economy in Africa. The question on everybody's minds, what is the outlook? What will be the outcome for the 2023 economy for Nigeria?
The first headlines of 2023 in Nigeria's dailies illustrate the mood of the new year. Analysts weigh in on economic, political outlook and see a GDP deceleration. Anxiety as Nigeria enters a make or mar year. How to strengthen Nigeria's economy in 2023 according to the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, and resisting attempts by politicians to disrupt the 2023 elections. There was even an outlook for fashion in 2023. The Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, which was featured on the front page of the January 1st Guardian newspaper, laid out its key economic variables for 2023. Inflation, foreign exchange, GDP growth, fiscal operations.
Businesses that made it up to this point.
The director of the CPPE, Dr. Muda Yusuf, looked back on Nigeria's inflationary trends for 2022 and its impact on the economy.
Well, it has been a very tough year. And we must congratulate all the businesses that made it up to this point.
Yes.
And also the citizens as well.
Yes.
Because if you look at all the key macroeconomic variables, they have been most unfavorable. And some of the experiences we had, we haven't had such experiences in a long time. If you look at inflation, for instance, even though we have inflation, latest figure at 21.47, the experience and the reality that people faced was that you should be talking of inflation of between 50 to 100%. It is really that bad.
We've talked about, yes.
It's really that bad. Because, you know, the official figures put so much into the baskets, even articles or items that are not so important. But if you look at the basic things that matter to either the individuals in terms of their welfare and the citizens, you will see that we are talking of a very, very high inflation. We're talking about hyperinflation. And just as the World Bank said, the inflationary situation pushed 5 million people into poverty. And if you ask me, the people that went into poverty will be much more than that. It was really bad.
Speaking of the World Bank, its forecast for Nigeria has been one downward revision after another. The World Bank cut Nigeria's 2022 growth forecast to 3.1% from a previous forecast of 3.8%. The World Bank said that the revision in growth was due to slow economic growth in the third quarter due to weak performance in critical areas of Africa's largest economy. In its latest Nigeria Development Update launched in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, the bank said that the nation had to make hard choices or face a worse economic downturn in the months and years ahead. The bank also forecast growth to slow to 2.9% in 2023, adding that Nigeria's economy needs to grow faster to reduce poverty. It noted that despite favorable global oil prices, business as usual economic management is not delivering desired outcomes, and even if a crisis is avoided in the near term, long-standing policy and institutional challenges are persisting and severely constraining Nigeria's economy. The International Monetary Fund also revised downwards Nigeria's growth projection. The IMF revised Nigeria's 2022 GDP growth forecast to 3% from 3.4%, citing weak oil production and the adverse effects of recent flooding. Not far behind the World Bank's 2023 2.9% forecast, the IMF forecast 3% for Nigeria's economic growth in 2023. This obviously means that Nigeria did not make the IMF projected list of the fastest growing African economies in 2023. Senegal topped the list with projected growth of 8%, with Niger Republic in second place at 7.2% and Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and the Ivory Coast tied for third at 6.7% respectively. GDP forecasts are one thing, but what do everyday people think about the outlook for Nigeria's economy?
We're just ordinary people.
We spoke to a few of them.
I feel I'm hoping for the best this year. Presently, things are very difficult for us, especially with the poor. We are going through a lot. We are going through a lot of difficulties. Food are so expensive. A derica of rice is about 800. Pepper, you can't buy it. Yesterday I wanted to buy pepper. They said there's no 100 naira pepper, that is 200. I'm hoping for the best, if they can help us so that things will get better, please. It is very, very difficult for us. Let things get better. I'm not collecting a better salary. Maybe I'm earning 50,000 naira. Everything in Lagos is about money, everything. How do I survive? I have to take transport, I will eat, I will pay house rent, NEPA bill is there, every other thing. If everything can get better, but I'm hoping for the best. I hope the best for the year 2023.
This 2023 is going to be better by God's grace. Despite the previous year 2022, it wasn't friendly at all. But this year 2023 is definitely going to be better. Yes, by my faith.
I'm hoping it's going to be great, and whoever that gets elected, I just hope the person comes to do something really meaningful, because last year, I almost said this year, last year it was really, things were really crazy, and it feels like every year things are always becoming really worse. Unlike 2 years ago, we were able to, for example, I was able to sell something to people for like 800 naira. Now, I find myself selling this thing to them for 2,000 naira. Importing now is really crazy because of the naira to dollar rate. So that is very discouraging for us that are into business and stuff. So if this year should still continue or becomes worse like last year, I think a lot of businesses will shut down, and then a lot of people will be put into poverty. Just really hoping people really stand up, vote for whoever that they think is right, and so that we can have a better economy. And whoever that gets elected also, I really hope the person comes to do something really reasonable.
We've seen from the Matthias Mbida, we've seen how the economy has been for 2022. But for me, I believe that this year will be better. We know that election is coming up in the month of March, and there is a lot of issues that are rising. Some are tense, some think it's going to be better. But I think that we should be intentional about it and not totally depend on the government. Anyhow it comes out to be, good or bad, we should be intentional, we should plan towards this year. For me, I believe that this year is going to be good because of the plans I have for this year. And so, also for everyone, especially the youths, let's have plans towards this year. And I believe we'll have the best for this year.
To me, I believe the economy of the country is going to have a good turnout this year, being that we're expecting a new government, which I believe there's no, even though everybody is tensed, we don't know what the outcome is going to be like, but I surely believe that there's going to be a change. There's going to be a change. So even if the person, I don't care who is coming in, but if we also should be intentional about it, we should work towards it, I believe there's going to be a positive outcome.
I feel with the right set of leaders, right policies can direct us to the right path. But if we continue on the path we've been for some time now, I think it will be our doom. Because with 20,000 naira in your account, you can't even be sure of what tomorrow will be.
Sterling Bank CEO Abubakar Suleiman shared his optimistic thoughts on Nigeria's economy in 2023.
I believe that Nigeria 2023 will be a surprise to a lot of people. Government needs to pay more attention to employers of labor across the country, not just the SMEs, even the large corporations. Anyone that can help increase employment in this country today should be treated with decency, with support, so that we can cut down on unemployment and grow this economy.
So there you have it, a mixture of optimism, a mixture of pessimism, a mixture of caution for the year ahead for the largest economy in Africa. Everything's on the line for Nigeria and its economy in 2023. Rodo Sodiri, Arise News.